on changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I made. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I...
Reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
Scottis.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running. So one team over here is Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is a poet. Big up West Coast Cowboys, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC, yeah, DC4L. All day. Every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We gotta go to free agency, then we gotta go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
Shit, man.
Woo.
I'm tired, man. I don't know what to do no more, bro. At this point, man, I need to be admitted to like an institution or something because it's insanity that I still watch the Dallas Cowboys week in and week out. It's insanity.
I mean, at this point, man, it's just like, to me, I'm not surprised. Like, some people shocked and some people like just can't believe it. I can believe it. It's just, I'm just sad. That's all. I'm just sad. I've been sad all week. I've been sad all season. And, you know, it is what it is, man. Like, I expected this. And I said this, what? I've been saying this for 2-3 weeks straight. I'm like, bro, this is not an easy schedule. And if we're not a good team, we're going to lose. Like, I done told people that over and over again. I know it's kind of hard for us to fathom that we could actually lose a lot of games and not be a good team. But I'm trying to let you know that if we don't get our act together, man, it's over with. And now you got to deal with Dak Prescott being injured, unfortunately. So we don't know the severity of the injury yet. But, man, that's him. Huh?
I said, I'm sorry. You talk about injuries. I put the Halloween music on for that.
Yeah, man, because now not only is Dak injured, you got the Cowboys sitting at 3-5. So it's a good question for your title. Is the season over?
Let me give you my thoughts on that. Listen. It's not just Dak Prescott. Like, we talk about Dak. CeeDee Lamb is injured as well. He was fighting through it, being a soldier and shit.
Yeah, he was going in.
But CeeDee Lamb, they get a close look at that shoulder, he might not go. You know what I'm saying? And listen, at this point, with the way the Dallas Cowboys season has gone, with the injuries, you've been missing Michael Parsons, you've missed the Ron Bland. The Ron Bland still has not played a single game for you. Trayvon Diggs is playing through an injury. Kalen Carson just had his first game back. You probably won't see Marshawn Neely in the rest of the year. DeMarcus Lawrence, ain't no telling when he'll be back. Hold on, I gotta go close this door before I kill my dog.
I got you.
I'm already upset. Like I be done put him in the microwave. Okay?
Oh Lord, don't do that. Don't do like what that was on Power. One of them shows I watched. They had put the animal in the microwave. Yeah, that was Raising Canaan, I think. That was the mama. She's crazy. She put the dog in the microwave. But nah, man. I wish I was shocked though. I wish I didn't see this coming. I wish I was blitzed. Like I wish I was just blind to the signs. And I swear I hate to be on this side of history right now, bro. Like, and then look, did the wide receiver issue not show up today?
It always shows up.
I'm talking about today in particular though.
I mean, dog, the Dallas, they dropped so many passes, and look, it is concerning. It was concerning last week when Devontae Turpin dropped the ball down the sideline that could have, led to a game-winning drive. It would have kept the drive going. But we had drops by Jalen Brooks. We had drops by, even my boy Jalen Tolbert. We had another drop by Devontae Turpin. Man, like it was bad.
Jalen Tolbert had his opportunity. CeeDee Lamb, even though he was playing through injury, he dropped the touchdown from Cooper Rush. So I mean, it's just tough, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. And now we gotta. I really wanna, recap this game, right? But after that, I want to talk about where do we go from now. You know what I'm saying? But okay, the game to me. I'm going to be honest with y'all. The offense wasn't looking too bad. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning, for sure. I liked the play calling. I liked a lot of stuff about what I seen. It was easy button plays. Dak was throwing the ball like 2 yards and getting 15. He was throwing 1 yard and getting 15. Like, it was easy button, on, down the field. Boom, boom, boom. It was all a walk in the park until we got the third down. That's when issues became. Because, listen, we'll be on first down and get to first down. You know what I'm saying? First down. Or first down, 2nd and 2. Then first down. Like, we never would get into third down. But when we did get to third down, that's when Mike McCarthy struggled. You know what I'm saying? That's where the offense struggled. And, not to just single Mike out, he did have some questionable calls here. But let's think about this as well. We did a lot of Cheddar Bob stuff. The Cheddar Bob Cowboys are very much so alive again. You know what I'm saying? We shooting ourselves in the foot repeatedly. I came up with a new nickname for Tyler Guyton. You know what I'm saying? He's a tall Frankenstein-looking dude, so now he is Flaggenstein. That's his name. Because he had flag after flag after flag, and it's like he was created in a lab to get flags. So he is Flaggenstein. That's who he is. And it seems like we see him get flag after flag. Anytime we finna do anything good, you see 60 getting a flag. And it's like, it's so many things that this team have to overcome to even be an okay team. So everybody thinks that we starting from the 12-5 standpoint. No, that's not. We wasn't that team anymore. You see what I'm saying? We wasn't that team anymore. We started below that team last year. We didn't get back up to the equivalent to that team of last year. We started below that team because we lost a lot of people on the O-line. We lost all the pass rushers. Sam Williams went down. Marshawn Neely went down. Bland ain't here. Like, we started behind the 8 ball on a lot of these positions. So we wasn't that same 12-5 team to begin with. On top of that, you didn't improve in no areas. On top of that, you getting penalty after penalty. On top of that, you got bad play calling here and there. On top of that, you got bad execution. Like, it's not many things that's good about this team. So when we sit back and evaluate this team, I just don't understand how do y'all feel like we gonna manufacture any wins? Especially with Dak hurt.
Shout out to DMV out there, bro. Appreciate
Shout out to
tapping in,
DMV,
bro.
man.
Real one, man. And hey, listen, landlord, I let you unload because I know you had that on your chest. So I'm gonna speak my mind now on what the hell going on with the Dallas Cowboys, kinfolk. Because I really agree with you, though, man. You know, like, I don't really have too much pushback on anything you're saying. Because when you think about the Dallas Cowboys and where they're at right now, you can't look at this same football team and say they're even close to the team that was fielded last year. You lost a 1,000-yard rusher in Tony Pollard. I know he was not the best running back in the world coming back from that injury, but he still did way better than what you're getting right now from this running back by committee shit. Right? Say what you want about Tyron Smith and Tyler Biadasz, but what you are missing on that offensive line is continuity. They played together for years, right? You had the same offensive lineup for years, and you adjusted that, made those changes, and now the two rookies that you have, neither one of them started at that position in college. We have a guard playing center and a right tackle playing left tackle, so of course there will be growing pains in that. And then you also got to talk about Zach Martin, who is not playing up to par at this moment. It might be over with for Cuz, right? This is his last season under contract anyway in Dallas. So if he continues to put out bad tape, I'm not sure if he's going to get signed next year. He might get signed off of being Zach Martin, off of being that former All-Pro, future Hall of Famer, but he has not played even like a starting guard this season. He's playing like a replacement guard at this point, and that's one of the reasons why you're struggling up front. Secondly, you talked about the wide receivers. I think I threw this stat out there before. The Dallas Cowboys have not drafted a wide receiver in the top 4 rounds in the last 2 years. They only drafted one in the last 4, and that was our boy Jalen Tolbert. Yeah, and that's the lowest in the league. That, like, when you look at other teams around the league, they have actually invested in the skill positions. You look at the Philadelphia Eagles; they spent a first-round pick on Devontae Smith. Then they turned around and they traded and brought in
A.J. Brown.
Yeah, A.J. Brown, and then they've been making numerous moves trying to trade and get another complimentary piece over there.
Then had the nerve to go get Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, and I was just talking about wide receivers, right? And
I'm just saying, like, they got 2 weapons, and they still was hungry to go get more. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and you brought that up. The Dallas Cowboys also have not drafted a running back in the first 4 rounds. First 5, like, who the highest running back that we drafted in years? Was it
Tony Pollard, the last one?
I mean, that's 2019. You really got to go back 5 years. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022.
Nobody else. The top 5
6.
We drafted Deuce Vaughn.
It's actually been 6 years, if you're counting. It's actually been 6 seasons since then. He was a 4th-round pick. Deuce Vaughn was what, a 6th-round pick or a 5th-round pick? I forget which one. 6th-round pick. So where have you invested in your running backs? Where have you invested in your wide receivers? I understand that you paid CeeDee Lamb, but outside of CeeDee Lamb, you're playing out there with a 3rd-round pick. Jalen Brooks was a 7th-round pick. Kevontae Turpin was an undrafted free agent from a different league. Like, where have you invested in this running back room? When you talk about Zeke and you talk about Dalvin Cook, having them on the team and together would have been a great tandem, back in 2019. Like, that would have been the most fire-ass running back room in the NFL if this was 5 years ago. Neither one of them got much left in the tank at this point.
Man, shout out to DMV, because he was one of the few people that was banging with us on the weapons. Like, everybody else wanted all these O-linemen. Now we got O-linemen out the wazoo, but ain't nobody getting no blocks, or we barely running the ball. So, I mean, and I wanted to interrupt you, but I ain't want to mess up your flow, man. But we gonna whisper that about Zach Martin. Like, Zach Martin's not good. Hold on, we gonna whisper that because we don't want them to go get another 1st-round guard.
But this is the thing.
That's what they
landlord.
gonna do.
I was just gonna say this. The Dallas Cowboys have drafted offensive lineman after offensive lineman. Like, don't even think about the first rounders. Think about the guy they took in the middle rounds too. We took another tackle this draft. You know, we took 3 offensive linemen in this draft. We got a tackle that ain't even played yet. The boy from what's the boy name? Thomas. Yeah, Thomas. We got another tackle that we drafted. We spent 3 draft picks this year on offensive line play. 2 are playing, one hasn't played. And then even when you look back when I know we got Tyler Smith too, but we also drafted Asim Richards. We also went and picked up some undrafted free agents as well in TJ Bass. And so the Dallas Cowboys got a surplus of offensive linemen. Like, we have not spent that level of care with the skill positions. So like you were finna say, even if you got to replace Zach Martin, you better develop the people you already drafted. You already spent capital in the offensive line. Even if you got to replace Zach Martin, the guys that you drafted and you didn't take wide receivers in the mid rounds to get, you need to develop them people. You need to develop them.
Yeah, so when you look at it though, just like we said, we look at Zach Martin and we see his play declining and rapidly. Like it declined rapidly too. And what's so crazy about it, like I said, it goes back to me saying that we never get nothing for our players. So now we just gonna have to let Zach walk because he's pretty much showed that he's not up to par, is nowhere near who he was. He's a shell of himself right now. And that's sad to say, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? We don't see Zach playing great football no more. So, I mean, even if this is the reason, like, of course, we know who most of this stuff gonna fall on. And I just want y'all to say this, like, of course, Mike McCarthy did some bonehead stuff. He made some bad decisions. He did a lot of goofy stuff, too. So, okay, I just want y'all to say this. Can we agree on this? Y'all know, of course, let Mike McCarthy go. All right, we'll say that. Let Mike McCarthy go. But after Mike McCarthy head roll, shout out to Game of Thrones, after his head roll, I just don't want y'all to act like everything is okay now. Can we at least agree to that? Can we meet right there? Like, let's meet right there. After Mike McCarthy is gone, now let's start saying, hey, we got things to fix and improve. Don't let the Joneses just sit there and say, hey, it was all Mike's fault. It's over. We good now. Don't let that happen again, man. Because I just want to say, like, how many coaches are we going to run through? And then next time you know, we like, oh, it was the coach. It was the coach. It was the coach. We all know it's the coach and the front office for the main thing. The main thing is the front office. But it's just nothing we can do about that. So it's not many coaches who I feel like can withstand the meddling of the Joneses. It's not many of them. So if that's the area that we gotta operate in, I don't know. We need a Super Saiyan coach. We need one of them coaches that can't be touched because he gonna have to win in spite of the environment.
Yo, Star said, how he feeling? What's good, family? Feeling like this shit is about a wrap, especially if CeeDee Lamb and the quarterback is done.
I got on all black for a reason.
And listen, man, I seen the comment, man, saying Dak is ass. Like, it's easy to point to one player, but your offensive line ain't great. That is just what it is. You have one of the lowest rated pass blocking offensive lines in the National Football League. It is what it is. Zach Martin has been getting his ass whooped. You could cut the film on and see Zach Martin get his ass whooped. You could ask anybody that watched Zach Martin. He's been getting his ass whooped. So listen, Dak Prescott has not played his best football this year. There is no denying that, right? I'm not here to even say that. But the Dallas Cowboys offensive line has not been great the entirety of this year. They might have had a couple plays here and there. Hell, even on the screen pass, Zach Martin can't even block on a fucking screen at this point.
Bro, that was finna be a touchdown. But people want to talk about the play calling. Like, we seen actual flaws in the execution. We seen us shooting ourselves in the foot. But I just like, listen, this is my standpoint. This is what frustrates me. I just want to make sure I'm clear. So nobody won't think I'm trying to take up for nobody. Just so I'm clear, I'm going to say this. I'm not acting like Mike McCarthy is not a problem. I'm just saying he is not the only problem. And he probably ain't even the biggest problem, to be honest. So that's why I get frustrated. Because we clearly seen plenty plays that was wide open. Not the execution messed up. Couldn't get the play done. We seen a touchdown from Zach Martin. Couldn't make the block. Execution screwed the play up. Like, we seen this as repetitive as possible. Then we seen this team getting penalties left and right. Flagenstein himself, number 60, getting flags left and right. We seen that happen. So, I mean, how successful do you think this team gonna be if they getting called penalties every drive and they messing up in the execution? Then Mike McCarthy do a stupid play or two here. Then Dak miss a throw or two here. Then, you know what I'm saying, a wide receiver drop a ball or two here. Like, how are we gonna be a good team when you add all that stuff up? Like, it don't work. It doesn't work. And I'm telling you straight up, I said this before, and I'm going to let y'all eat. If we hire a new coach, and the first thing they do is upgrade these skill positions, that's just going to tell me everything I need to know. It's going to tell me everything I need to know.
Now, listen, I'm just saying this, man. Like, they're going to do that. This is going to be the thing. They're going to say that, well, you know, Brandon Cooks was on an expiring contract. He's older. We didn't want to bring him back. You know, they're gonna add weapons. And listen, when you get a new coach to placate them for at least the first season, because listen, you can have a job opening and not have somebody not want the damn job. You know, like. We ain't gonna just act like with the shit that Jerry Jones does in the public that this is just the most desirable job in the world now. Like, let's keep it 1,000. Like, it got a pedigree, but folks don't want to deal with Jerry Jones. So they might give these folks some leeway going into it like they did Mike. They let Mike cook the first season, let him draft CeeDee Lamb. They did everything for Mike first time around except for let him call plays. So they'll do some stuff to placate the new coach, but I mean, it is what it is at this point, man. Like,
okay, let's see if we can find the what can I say, the common denominator in these coaches that we let go, because Mike McCarthy's pretty much gone now. With Kellen Moore, because somebody had asked me a good question. They was like, "What's the difference between like what you seen out of Kellen and Dan?" compared to what you're seeing out of Mike McCarthy. What's so crazy about it is I feel like the reason I felt like it was over for those coaches is because I seen Kellen. I can't say that Kellen didn't have the horses on that team. We knew we had horses. Amari Cooper left this team and still was a star with nobody. You know what I'm saying? We had Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup playing good football. And Zeke and Tony. That was a good football team Kellen had to call plays with, and he still failed. So, like, after I see you got the horses and you still failed, that's when it's like, okay, I'm done with you. I felt like you had enough stuff, so, hey, let's get him out of the way. Boom, your job done. Now, when we go to Dan Quinn, we seen the fatal blow for Dan Quinn for me was we had a whole lot of stars and Pro Bowlers and stuff on defense. And then when we got into the Green Bay game, you made no adjustments. You running with these safeties all day and getting ran all over, and you didn't even do nothing to change it. Like, you did no adjustments at all in that game. Stuff like that, I seen you have the talent on defense to be able to at least put up a fight. And we go out there and get the doors blown off us. You see what I'm saying? So I can't say I give them a leg to stand on if Dan Quinn didn't have the horses or if Kellen Moore didn't have the horses. They both had the horses on they respective units, and they just failed. So that's why I was like, okay, cut ties, done. Now, we did see Mike McCarthy do that and fail last year. You know what I'm saying? He failed last year. I felt like we had a decent team last year. You know, on offense, Cooks was okay. CD was going crazy. Michael Gallup was, you know.
He was alive.
He was alive. Tony Pollard was good. We had an actual running back. So I felt like we had a way better chance to perform than we did last year. So that's on Mike. So, okay, that's the one strike on Mike. for me. You know what I'm saying? But I seen them other coaches do that multiple times. So how is it that Mike only get one? That's what I'm looking at. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking at it like Mike, like, bro, I just got in here.
Well,
And then I feel like Mike ain't got the horses. This is not me. Please stop me if y'all disagree. The personnel is not up to par. We got a array of injuries right now. The team is not executing well. I could put that on Mike. You got 2 rookies on your offensive line. That ain't on Mike. You got 2 offensive line rookies. And then, hold up, it's one more thing. It's like 5 things that's up against Mike McCarthy right now that probably is not even in his control. So I'm just saying, like, everybody's gonna ignore the whole circumstance and be like, "Hey, Mike, get out." And that's what I'm saying. I say if you do it 2 years, I'm like, okay, Mike, they gave you some weapons, bro. They did this, they did that. They gave you what you want. They gave you an opportunity, and you still left. Oh yeah. The 5th thing was you got Zimmer on the first year with this defense. So you got Zimmer on the first year defense, 2 rookies on your offensive line. You got an array of injuries left and right. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that's against you right now. So I'm just saying, it seemed like he should have got 2 years, but he probably won't. I'm just saying.
He got 5 in the eyes of the Joneses.
In the eyes of the Joneses, he do.
Because he's been here since 2020. I mean, listen, regardless of how we feel, he has been in the position for 5 years. Now, this is on his 2nd year calling the plays, but they do hold him accountable for everything else. The penalties, the
penalties. I gotta get that on your coach. I got to.
So and that's really
even though you got 2 rookies. Let's be fair.
I mean, listen, I'm talking about in the totality. Like we've been one of the most.
We've been a penalized team. Yeah.
And really, we've been a penalized team for years. I'm not sure that's just a Mike McCarthy or that's just a Dallas Cowboys team.
You see what I'm saying? But the only thing is, it seemed like we used to be so good that the penalties they wasn't a death sentence for us. It was just a little bump in the road. We're not as good, so them penalties are a death sentence.
They're
it's like
glaring.
They drive killing. Yeah.
Yeah. And it is what it is at this point, though, man. Like I said, like if they want to go in a different direction at this point, just hope that they get a coach in that they respect and they want to let and that's the thing. I feel like the Dallas Cowboys are hamstrung at this point because Jerry Jones still tries to be the star of the show when it comes to how things are ran, what happens in Dallas, personnel decisions, all this other shit. Like, we need them to bring a coach in and let them just be the head of football. Like, they need to be the people building the program up from the ground floor and building that winning culture. Because, Jerry, let's keep it real about you, too. You are the general manager. Like, you would...
Hold on. Wait a minute. That might be the bar of the day. That might be the bar of the year. Like, Jerry, you the general manager, though.
Exactly. So, Jerry...
Ain't nobody looking at Jerry, bro. They just like, Jerry over there just being diabolical, doing everything wrong. Jerry over there on a killing spree. He got this mask on and everything. He just over there just murdering people. And everybody just turn a blind eye like, Mike McCarthy, you suck. Like, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you, bro.
So this is the thing,
This is crazy to me.
Dallas Cowboys, man, and when it comes to Jerry, I keep saying it, man, no other general manager is going to get almost 30 years on the job and get another opportunity to try and build a contender. You're seeing general managers not make it out of 5 years. You're seeing general managers that build competent teams that go to championship games and shit. You see them losing their jobs. Jerry Jones, your team is not getting out of the second round. Your team is one and done a lot of the times. So, Jerry, how can you continue to skate by with no accountability, throwing everybody else under the bus? You throw your quarterback under the bus. You throw your coach under the bus. At the end of the day, you always are quick to tell people the buck starts and stops with you. Or when some bullshit happens, it's everybody else's fault.
Man, listen, we never, ever, ever seen that. We never see Jerry just say, I screwed up, man. That's on me. He'll say that like 20 years later.
Yeah, Joe. If you're just now seeing it, Dak Prescott pulled his hamstring. He said he ain't never felt no shit like that before in his life. So I doubt Dak Prescott plays against the Eagles next week. And honestly, man, if the Dallas Cowboys are smart, they go ahead and put Dak Prescott on IR. You put Dak Prescott on IR. You tell CeeDee Lamb to sit his ass down somewhere. You put him on IR too. You're not going to win the division the way this is going. If you don't win your division, it's very hard to get into the playoffs. You already done lost the tiebreaker against the Falcons, right? You done lost the tiebreaker against the 49ers, who were vying for a wild card spot. You lost the tiebreaker against Detroit, if that ever was to come into question. So, like, at this point, man, the Dallas Cowboys might need to be as bad as they humanly can. And I don't know how bad you can be with 2 All-Pro players. Like I still think Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb will mess around and help you win some games you have no business winning when the reinforcements gets back. But I think it might be too far. It might be too little, too late at this point. Even if you get Micah back, you get D-Law back, you get some of these other players back. I think this is too little, too late, man. Especially with the tiebreakers. Especially you don't make no moves either. So go ahead and put some people on IR, get a better draft pick, and call it a day, man.
Yeah, shout out to DMV, man. I think that's foul, man. I really do. Like, I swear, y'all, Mike do some stupid stuff, bro. He shouldn't have went on that 4th and 2. Why would you do a jet sweep with CD right there? Now, some people say get 88 the ball. You know what I'm saying? But now, to be fair, 88 might. Never mind, man. I don't feel like fighting y'all.
I'm just saying this though.
88 might be your best running back.
I ain't gonna say that.
He might be your best running back too.
Rico averaged down there 7 yards a carry. You just
Rico was hooping today.
So I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? Like Rico ball.
I'm talking about consistently though. CD been like that.
I'm just saying, do you even give Rico the ball consistently to say that? Like,
he got the ball today.
This is like Rico's second time all year having 10 carries. I'm just saying, like, you don't give Rico the ball. You don't give anybody the ball, honestly. But, you know, it is what it is. But I do say this, like, they do their jet sweep so often, they probably should have had a play action off that shit or something. Exactly. Like, like, they know you like that play in short yardage situations, so you should have went to a counter. You know, you do something long enough, you need to have a counter to it. Just like when we play in the game, you know, I always run that like screen to the running back on this little swing pass, and then you see I got the flea flicker off that mug. We on the game and shit. So yeah, like you need to yeah, he try to block that out of his mind. Got be beating his ass so much.
Chill out, man. Chill out. You win with only one team though, and let me make sure we know that that's not even your team. I'm an honorable person who only plays with my team.
Now his team one of the best teams in the game. That's what he don't.
I'm just saying I play with my team.
He played with Alabama, and you know they be cheating for Alabama.
I play with my team. Then you go get your big brother. You cry. You get beat up and call your big brother. Hey, I need some help. And then you go get Ohio State, and then they cheat for them.
Man, beat the eyebrows off Lando.
Ohio State is ridiculous on the game. I hate them.
Like that defense so incredible. I got a defensive end be hawking this man quarterback.
Ain't no way this dude can run with Miro like that. I gotta see this dude. We need to draft this dude.
Boy, we gotta draft him for real.
Yeah, we gotta draft him for real. But listen though, I say this, man. It's to sum that game up. Then we gonna have to talk about the state of the Cowboys and where we should go from here. All right. To sum that game up, I just feel like, you know, the offense squandered some opportunities. We was moving the ball so good and easy, bro. Like, can't nobody sit up and tell me that ball wasn't moving up and down the field. But it's like, as soon as we get the third down, it be a miscue here, a miscue there. Or, like I said, sometimes it be just a bad play call. But other times it might be just bad execution, misplay call, bad play call. It's like, it's everything that we have a problem with just coming fused together and just come out and rear its ugly head at the worst times, man. And it just seemed real crazy that, you know, this is where we at now, man. This is where we at now. But like I was saying, man, we was moving the ball pretty fine, but it seemed like third down, We couldn't convert a third down to save our life. Then we had so many fourth downs, we couldn't convert one to save our life. The most egregious call of the day was deciding not to have Dak Prescott and your offense on the field, going for it on the 4th and 2, and you elect to have Brian Anger throwing a Hail Mary YOLO pass to Chris Goodwin. Like, what in the... Nah, that ain't even his name. What's his name?
Chris Godwin, man.
No. CJ Goodwin. CJ Goodwin. You throwing a YOLO pass from Brian Anger to CJ Goodwin? That's your, you know what I'm saying? Now, if it would have worked, just the nature of coaching, we would have been like, oh, that was a good play call. But when you look back on it, it's like, bro, come on, man. Why not just run the ball there? Why not just use your quarterback that you paid all this money to try to get that 4th down? You took that one away from us, and it failed miserably. And then guess what? Atlanta got the ball and went down there and scored. On a short field, ASAP, boom, scored. So that right there took you, that was a very, very big time setback right there. That was a big time setback right there. And like, I know Mike McCarthy had to say yes. He had to say yes to Bones to be able to do that. I just don't think Bones would have did that without letting Mike know and saying yes or no to that. So I got to put that on Mike too, because Bones had to ask you. Now, we did see Bones do something without asking Mike before. You remember that was a big talking point.
He got caught cussed out.
That was a big talking point.
He ain't do it again after that.
He ain't do that. Nah. Bones had to run that past Mike, so I'm putting that on Mike too.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm putting that on Mike. You shouldn't have never said, oh, we going for it. Put Dak on the field. Like, why the hell would you put Brian Anger in a situation like that? And then you on your side of the field, I believe. Like, I think we was like on our 30 or something. Like, they got the ball in great field position and went straight down there and scored. So, yeah, man, I just feel like we squandered a lot of opportunities. The defense held strong for a long time. You know, the run game started to get us late. And it was some big plays in there, too. Like, Kirk Cousins was looking like Joe Montana on the defense. They was picking on seatbelt. So, we not calling him seatbelt no more.
Seatbelt got put in a seatbelt.
I don't care what you call yourself. Self-proclaimed nicknames get no love here in the trap. We got to give you a nickname, okay? So I don't care about the seatbelt stuff. Your name is Caleb Carson, okay?
He said Caleb. He ain't calling his right name. That ain't Kalen.
We going to name you Caleb then. It's going to have a B at the end until further notice.
Because B for bullshit.
Listen, he don't get no seatbelt names, nicknames and stuff. Like, you got to be cool and good to get a nickname. I don't know what these new school people doing these days, just giving any old body a cool nickname. No, his name is Kalen Carson, okay? And he was getting picked on the whole day by Kirk Cousins. You know, Trayvon Diggs had some of his blunders. Like, Drake London is a huge, tall wide receiver. He just head top Trey. So that was a problem. But the defense wasn't just horrible for real for the majority of the game. They started to slip away later on after the offense was messing up here and there. So I feel like that was kind of like the sum of the game to me.
I'll say this. Like, you missed that many tackles. And listen, like you said, the Kirk Cousins, how many incompletions did Kirk Cousins even?
He didn't have many.
Okay, so let me pull this up.
Had like 4.
Okay, so and Kirk Cousins didn't get hurt. Kirk Cousins completed 79.2% of his passes. He had a passer rating of 144.8. He threw 3 touchdowns, no picks, 222 yards. And let me see what his completion percentage was. Let me see what not completion percentage, but how many? He only had 5 incompletions, and let you know that both quarterbacks played pretty efficiently. Dak only had 6. Dak was 18 of 24 with over 100 rating. He completed over 70% of his passes. But we got people out here talking about Dak Prescott wasn't shit this game. You know that and listen, I'm not saying he did miss a throw. There was a throw that he missed to Jalen Tolbert. It would have been a touchdown.
A lot of people say that he didn't have time, but I'm gonna have to go. I can't wait to see the film on that play because I think he had time. What you think, DMV? I know you probably seen it. I want to know what DMV think about that because you know we ain't giving nobody no. We not sparing nobody over here, bro. That can get it too. If that dude was open, bro, you got to make that throw. I said it on Twitter, like, that cannot miss plays like that. And a lot of people saying he was under pressure, and it Toba got open after he was under pressure. Now, we ain't going to be able to really know for sure, unless we look at the play or on all 22. So I want to see that.
Nah, I ain't gonna say he has time all the time, but there are plays that Dak Prescott has that he's missed. You know what I'm saying? Like, more than one thing can be true. The offensive line has been ass, and Dak Prescott has missed reads this year.
DMV said he missed the read. Now, people on Twitter was saying he ain't had time. Bro, Dak was already making time back there. So how you ain't had time? And then it looked like it was like a wheel route from Jalen Toba. He got open immediately. So, but that's what it looked like to me. Everybody else saying, oh, he didn't have no time. Like, nah, we not sparing nobody over here, bro. We want to get better. We want to get good. So Dak is not above criticism, bro. He got to make that play. It is what it is. He got to make that.
DMV said Foe created the pressure himself.
Now, like I said, man, DMV, you rocking with us, man, and I know you feel where I'm coming from. But I want people to understand. Like I said, screw Mike McCarthy. Get rid of him. But bad personnel could make an illusion like everybody's playing bad. You see what I'm saying? When the majority of your players not up to par, it make the other people look bad too. I'm just telling you straight up. I don't think this team is talented enough. Now, can they play better?
Sure.
Of course they can play better. But are they going to be standing on the same field as some of these better teams in the league without upgrading their personnel? I hate to tell y'all this, but I say no. I would be super surprised if this team go on a run the way it's currently constructed, even when Michael Parsons and them come back, because they just not playing cohesive football or complementary football. They're not doing a lot of the things that you need that's vital to win in this league. And we didn't do a lot of those things that's vital to win in this league in the offseason too. So we kind of just screwed, y'all. I'm just telling you straight up. I don't want to come up here and say this stuff, but I'm going to have to tell you the truth, what I actually feel, so I can sleep at night. Like, yeah, you can boo me off the stage or all that stuff. I just want to let you know I'm going to be honest. And I don't have a lot of faith in this team right now.
He said Marcus said he tagged us on something that we only had 10 people in on a play on a 3rd and 3 on the defensive side of the ball. He said Coop got in and only threw the CD until he was hurt. Damn.
CD was toughing it out, man, but he dropped the touchdown too. So, I mean, I don't know, bro.
CD needs to sit down. If he's not healthy, there's no need to exacerbate injuries in a lost season.
What happened to Ferg, though? Ferg started out hot. I'm like, okay, now this is the offense that we needed. We needed to spam Ferg in that way to make him a real threat so you wouldn't just be watching CD the whole game. They started out being like right at Ferg. I liked it. That was a good plan in the beginning. He was
your leading receiver, though. You know that, right?
Huh?
He was your leading receiver.
He looked good, bro. I don't remember him doing a whole lot in the second half, though. I know he started out great.
And he ended with like 70-something yards. Let me tell you exactly.
That's the type of games we gonna need from Ferg, bro.
He still hasn't scored a touchdown this year. Yeah, Jay Ferguson still has not scored a single touchdown, but he had 7 catches for 71 yards, a longer 27. So he had a outstanding game for a tight end.
Yeah, Mafia said it's been rebuild mode. This isn't an accident. So if it's rebuild mode, this is the problem that I have. If it's a rebuild mode, why would you do this on this man last year? I would have preferred you just let him go last year then.
I've got a bigger question. If this is a rebuild, why even extend Dak Prescott or CeeDee Lamb?
Exactly. Like this is a botched rebuild. That's what it is. It's a terrible rebuild. It's a terrible way to even go about trying to rebuild. Like, it makes no sense.
Because, landlord, let me ask you a question.
None. Go ahead.
If I'm a new head coach, why would I want to be strapped with a quarterback I didn't pick long term? Like, why? I'd rather go in here and thug it out with somebody I handpicked.
Facts.
I'm not saying that Dak Prescott's a bad quarterback. Far from that. But I'm saying if I'm a head coach and I want to come in here and make a name for myself and stake my future on somebody, I don't even know this nigga. Like, I might as well draft a quarterback and build it from the ground up if we're going to go through a rebuild. And CeeDee Lamb, he's a great wide receiver, but if you really want to do a rebuild, he's too good to be on your team. Dak Prescott is too good to be on your team right now. You talk about a rebuild.
Facts. So I feel like that's why they I wish I had my music. My conspiracy music. That could be why they injured now. Things that make you go, Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. I seen CeeDee Lamb go through some stuff. That dude is tough. Like, I'm talking about straight up. He don't be hurt a lot of the time. It's plenty times, and y'all know, if y'all watch the game like I do, y'all know I'm not lying. I swear to God, I done seen CeeDee Lamb take some of the most brutal hits, and he just pop back up. I be like, bro, is he alive? And then next thing you know, he popped back up and hit one of these. Now all of a sudden, his shoulder hurt. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Now his shoulder hurt. Dak run 2 times in a game out of 17 games. He ran twice.
3.
And now his hammy hurt. Oh, my hamstring.
Then he hurt it on a throw.
Man, listen, y'all. Dude, this is my conspiracy mind talking right now. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't charge this to real stuff. This is just me thinking, all right? What if this was like an order from the front office?
I wouldn't have did it if I'm Mike McCarthy. Like, I can't.
Mike ain't got nothing to do with this.
I'm talking about what you mean?
He's just a passenger at this point.
Oh, you talking about? I'm saying, like, if it came down to if he was in the know or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't let you already. Like, we already losing games. I wouldn't let you purposely fuck up. Cause like I'm still trying to keep a job in the NFL. If I'm Mike McCarthy, it's hard to do if we keep losing games.
The way the Cowboys done did him so bad, bro. Mike McCarthy's name has been drug all in the mud. Like he probably wouldn't even be able to be an OC at this point. Mike probably wouldn't even be able to, and I blame that on Mike. You stayed too long, and you set up and he tried to play the game. But the Joneses play a whole dirtier game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna throw stones, they gonna throw mud, they gonna do everything to you. You gotta be able to withstand that and come out in the end victorious with your brand intact. He didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? His brand was already threatened in Green Bay. So when he came out of Dallas, now he's pretty much out of Dallas. I don't see no way possible Mike McCarthy could survive this, especially the way this team is. But here's another scenario. And then we're going to talk about solutions, and then we're going to be out of here. We're going to talk about where we going from here, and then we're going to be out of here.
No, we not.
All right. Yeah, we are.
There ain't no we. You can talk about solutions. This shit
not solutions. I meant to say where we going from here. Like, how do you want to handle
the draft, nigga?
How do you want to handle the rest of the year? All right.
I told you.
This another conspiracy theory, right? What if Mike McCarthy is in on it?
And he would be here next year, and I doubt that.
What if he is? You see what I'm saying? What if Mike McCarthy is like, he's saying yes to everything because he's getting reassurance that he gonna be here? That's, hey, things to make you go, Because think about this, bro. If you Mike McCarthy, you should have some pushback for all this stuff going on what the Jones is doing. If he just sitting back and enjoying the ride, he either somebody that gave up and waved the right flag, or he in on it. So that'll reveal itself later on, I feel like.
I was trying to get to tell you this while you were talking, but Shit, Jay Tuck had tagged us on X, man. He said he got some mocks. He got some mock drafts.
I had hit him. I tagged him. I said, "Hey man, what that draft looking like, bro?"
He said join. He said he said he think he joining us for the first round wide receiver. So he got one with Luther Burden at number 11, and then we get our running back in the 4th round with David Neal from Kansas, and then he got another one that's Ashton Jeanty at number 11 and Kobe Hudson in the 2nd round, wide receiver from UCF.
Man, we need We need a skill position remodeling in Dallas.
Niggas said a remodeling.
We need to remodel that mug. Break it down brick by brick. The Eagles and the Jaguars battling. Jaguars, what it is, 23-28. Jaguars just scored. They got to get a stop, and then maybe they, you know what I'm saying? They got all 3 timeouts. You know, Philly just scored not too long, like right before that. They battling over there.
I mean, they got the ball at Philadelphia 28, don't they?
I don't think so. No, they just scored. They scored.
Oh, they scored. All right, they ain't reset on my ticker.
Yeah, they scored.
They got all 3 timeouts in a 2-minute warning.
That's what I'm saying. Let's see what happens.
If our team was actually competent, I would care.
True.
I mean, I can't be worried about the downfall of another team and when we in free fall at this moment. Like, we already on the way down.
Hey, DMV, that's funny, though. Because, look, they tricked both of us at first, right? They tricked everybody. Because at first they was like, look at that hand. And then they was like, oh, he got a hamstring. Like, what y'all doing, bro?
They said both is fucked up, but, you know. Like,
I'm just saying, like,
concerning.
if they lying, then not look at how they did it. Because no lie, they had the camera on his hand. His hand was puffy than a mug. Then next thing you know, they said Dak Prescott's out with a hamstring. Like, we like, what? Where that come from? Shit. They just making stuff up, man. Hey, they might be right, DMV. They might be tanking for Trav right now. They might be tanking for Trav.
Shout out to Calvin Jefferson with the 199. He said
Salute.
McCarthy won't get another job after we let him go.
I don't think so either.
And shout out to Miss Salt for the $10 cash app. I appreciate the love and support.
Salute.
Y'all extra trill. Y'all don't forget my brother landlord over there, man. Like he been sad too. Like listen, like he been depressed. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He said no, Dak pulled his hamstring when he ran. I seen it. Well, listen, he said he felt it when he ran, and then he said he felt something different when he threw. That's what he said. He said he felt his hamstring felt funny after he ran. Cause listen, he ain't ran all year, so his legs were probably like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
You say you running?
You nigga, you don't do this no more.
You not that dude.
But we did need that 22-yard run. Like if we ended
it was
up
a good run.
If we ended up winning this game, you could have looked back to that run.
It was a beautiful run. And in light of election day, we're gonna say this to the Joneses. All right, the Joneses, you all are poisoning the blood of this team. Let me know if y'all get the reference. They poisoning the blood of this team, man. And it's the Joneses. All right. Let's continue. Now let's talk about where we going from here. Now, it ain't no solution to this because, if Dak missed several games, it's pretty much over. But because we already 3-5. You know what I'm saying? If Cooper Rush go on a run, that's another subject I want to talk about. Let's do that first. Trey Lance. I'd rather see Trey Lance than Cooper Rush.
Me too.
I'd rather see Trey Lance than Cooper Rush. Because guess what? Cooper Rush, we know who you are. We know who you are. And that ain't saying that Cooper ain't good enough to be the starter. No. This season is already in shambles. Let's see what Trey Lance can do with the starters. Put them out there, barbecue a meal, do sink or swim. I don't see what's the worst that can happen.
We lose. We already losing.
What's the worst that can happen? Y'all want to tank for Trev? Put Trey in there. Tank for Trev with Trey. Shit. But nah, though, let's see Lance. Now listen, bro. Cooper might be better than Trey Lance above the neck, from the neck up. But let's not get it twisted. He's not nowhere near Trey Lance athletically and all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? With the arm and man, he's nowhere near that.
I mean, yeah, there's very few players in the league that are athletes like Trey Lance. Like, that's one of the reasons they got him drafted. He's that big and can run. And hey, Trapaholic, I love the name too. It reminds me of those old drops on the mixtapes.
All right.
Trapaholics mixtapes.
Boom, like some bombs and shit.
Yeah. Oh, he said Dak definitely ain't going to run no more. Like, hey, really, you need to stop throwing it if that's the case. Like, niggas, like, you technically, like, I know that your hamstring got tender running, but nigga, you threw the ball and your hamstring gave out. It can happen, like Dak. If I'm politicking the Dak, this should be case in point. You can get hurt doing anything, Dak. Like my boy, Derek McFadden broke his hand diving for a cell phone by the pool, and he had to miss time for the Dallas Cowboys, man. So all I'm saying is, like, you can get hurt doing anything.
You know something sad?
What's up?
Everybody seems like they getting young but us. Especially in the quarterback room.
We got
Yikes.
Trey.
Dak older now, bro.
We got Trey.
But he ain't our starter. Look at C.J. Stroud. Look at Jordan Love. Look at who else? It's plenty of other young quarterbacks that's just out here doing Jaden Daniels. You know what I'm saying? Like the young. It look like we behind the 8 ball on that too, y'all.
I mean, listen, you can't.
We probably should have invested in one.
I mean, you could draft a quarterback every year. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from drafting a young quarterback while Dak Prescott is here.
I feel like that'll be, if I was a GM, I'd do that anyway. Because quarterback's so valuable, you can always just draft one, and then if he good, you can flip him. Yeah. I would always be looking for quarterback talent.
I mean, listen, we're not saying that it's only young quarterbacks balling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got guys like Kirk Cousins who are still playing good football. Jared Goff was in Dak Prescott draft class, and, he's somehow an MVP front runner, even though he only throw the ball like 9 times a game, but that's neither here nor there. I am very salty. I'm hating on that, man. Shit.
Must be nice.
Hey, we talk about Patrick Mahomes. I know that nobody is as good as Patrick Mahomes, but like,
wait a minute. Damn. My alarm's going off.
Is your house on fire?
I hope not.
He said, how Dak blow a wheel running past 10 yards? I don't know, man. Hey, listen, that man is getting older. Like, we be asking Dak Prescott to do the shit that he used to do when he was young, but he is not the same nigga that used to, do front flips to the end zone. You remember Dak Prescott used to front flip to the end zone over defenders and stuff?
Yeah. He did one of them plays today, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
What?
He did that scramble play, touchdown to Rico. That was amazing.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
It was amazing. Yeah. But I want to make an announcement. Like, we don't care because we're not competitive anymore. But the Jaguars got the ball back. 1st, 2nd, and 10 with a chance to win.
All right. That's good for them. He said, quarterback just beat us today, Lynn. Like, I know.
I ain't saying every quarterback is young. Y'all get what I'm saying. Give it about 3-4 years and then holler back.
The kick is no good. Oh, they kick. Oh, okay. I see what happened. They must have tried to kick a field goal and it wasn't no good.
Damn, my bad.
What?
Y'all ain't hear that?
I heard it, but nobody cares, landlord.
Okay. I was trying to peek at the game. I don't know why I care.
I mean, listen, I still like football. Just because my team is sorry this year does not mean I'm gonna stop watching football. I'm a fan of the game. I'm a fan of the game. So even when the Dallas Cowboys are sorry, I'm gonna watch around the league so I can see what real football teams look like.
Okay. That's what I wanted to ask about Trey Lance. So you pro Trey Lance starting over Cooper?
Always. Because I have nothing to lose. I might as well. put the athlete in there, give them the threat of the quarterback run, and maybe the throwing lanes would be a little bit bigger because you might have to take people out of coverage to spy Trey Lance. So that's the workaround of if you don't trust somebody as a passer, run them so much that they get the easiest looks in the world.
I'm almost willing to bet that Trey finna start.
He should start. If that
Check this out, y'all.
play,
That's gonna be the most Jerry Jones move ever. Cause guess what? If we're not good, what's gonna make us want to watch?
shit, excitement, splash plays, young.
I'm
blood.
saying Trey Lance starting. Everybody gonna be like, for real? Like, let's see what happened then. Let's see what's going on. Like, a lot of people gonna be interested in seeing what Trey Lance would do with this team.
Yeah, I agree. I'd rather get the athleticism. You might mess around, win some games. You ain't got no business winning.
Let's see what the people think. Give me Cooper or Trey. And then we're going to move on to the last subject, and then we're going to let y'all go. Cooper or Trey. And the last one was, are we ready to just call it quits? It's like, is it over? Like, you just finna sit people? Like, you don't care? Are you tanking for the draft at this point right now at 3-5? And mind you, we acquired Amari Cooper when we was like, what, 3-5?
3-4. Then we lost the next game to fall to 3-5.
And then we went on a run.
Went on a run.
So,
won seven or our final 8 games.
Okay. So let me know what y'all think. Are y'all pro Trey starting? Or do y'all rather be conservative and be, a little scary with Cooper?
My boy put Cooper Rush in all capitals. He said, give me Trey Rush. Damn.
Trey Rush. Wow.
Man, they done did the fusion dance.
Okay. It look like Trey coming in hot, bro. I say Trey for 2 reasons. Highlight Mafia comment. Let's see what he say. I say Trey for 2 reasons. For the sake of tanking, facts, and the possibility that he plays well enough to increase his trade value. Excellent take, sir. Absolutely.
Dude, I think Trey is a free agent next year. So even if he plays well, he just auditioning for a team when he walks away.
But you ain't gonna be able to trade him before now. Yeah,
Trade deadline is in 2 days. That's all I'm saying.
It's too late. Yeah.
He ain't played up to this point.
At least take away the trade value, Mafia, and say at least if you want to sign him again.
Yeah.
We must see what this man can do. I'm sorry, I don't know why people I don't know what y'all don't understand. Unless you already seen enough.
I seen them 5 picks and I said, oh, but he got all the athletic ability in the world. That's why you want to let him. You want him to play. You want him to get some kind of reps to develop. You know what I'm saying? But
somebody said, if you want to lose Sunday, play Trey Lance. Don't do Trey like that. Trey might give you a fighting chance. You never know.
Man, because listen, we seen Cooper Rush against the Eagles.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns. 3 picks. 3 picks. A bunch of horrible balls. That's the game that made y'all realize, damn, the grass ain't green over here. Let me get the fuck on back over here to Dak.
So, yeah, I think I got a good feel for what the people saying. Most people want Trey. So, okay, now, I did ask, are y'all ready to tank now? Or do y'all think Jerry Jones finna pull off a miraculous trade within 2 days, that'll drastically change this team and put us where we need to be?
Who they gonna trade for? Jesus?
Unfortunately, well, Jesus probably could play football, but I don't remember him, being a football player. Unfortunately.
Man, Jesus will be out there.
Jesus be out there cooking with.
Man, y'all gotta stop playing with my Lord.
I ain't saying he can't. I was just saying maybe he don't want to play,
Man,
he got lives to be saving and stuff.
Man, he gonna
say
he
gonna be playing football.
Yes, he gonna line up with his disciples.
He gonna have
on
some sandals or some cleats. Which one?
Man, the Lord. Listen. Jesus is gonna rush for 170 yards in them sandals.
He walking on water out there. Hey,
Over
man, but
with.
we need them though. Well, we might have to collectively do a prayer on the way out, you know, because we need some help, y'all. It's rough. What it is, the ship is sinking. You know what I'm saying? And you only got a few more weeks to decide if you going down with it or not. They say you got on some open toe cleats.
This will be something officially gangster.
Oh, snap. Hey, what position would he play, though? He'll have to play quarterback. Somebody said Jesus play offensive defense. I just
Both
said.
of them. He going to be like
He
Travis
gonna be
Hunter. Jesus gonna get a pick six and a touchdown pass in a 5-minute span. You got him fucked up.
It's time to go. We finna get counsel. It's time to go, man.
Man.
It's time to go. That's too much. He said Jesus gonna be like Travis Hunter. I can't take
listen. I see y'all keep bringing this up. I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna speak on it real quick. Because Dak said we fucking suck. It's crazy. No, they caught him telling the truth to his homeboy. He was talking to Trey Lance, his little nigga. You know, when I talk to my little homie, I always be real with him. Like, man, we ain't shit right now, man. So he told the truth. I ain't mad at Dak Prescott for telling the truth.
Do that sound like somebody that's confident in their personnel or not? That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I'm just saying. I ain't saying like, nah, he ain't the only one that sucks.
Travis Jesus.
Man.
I'm sorry, y'all. That's funny.
It is, but I'm just saying, man, like.
It is a Sunday, too. We sorry, God, but it's funny. It's
the
just,
Lord
it's
knows
just
our
in
heart.
comedy. He know our heart, man. It's just comedy. That's all.
And listen, dog. Like, I'm not mad at Dak Prescott for saying that. Are you mad at Dak Prescott for speaking the truth?
I about to say, it's true. What else you think he gonna say? We rock? We are great.
Like, we down 2 touchdowns. He supposed to say, oh,
Ain't
man.
nobody touching us.
Oh, man, we fucking them up. Like.
Shit, I don't blame Dak, bro. Not at all. That didn't bother me at all.
I'm like, what is he supposed to say? I would rather him sit there and say that, you know, than anything else.
True. But yeah, man, I'm finna get out of here because I'm getting silly now. We should have never did the air sounder ones, man.
Man, it's
I'm
over.
done. I'm done. But yeah, man, hey, I appreciate y'all. Salute to Salter that sent me a $10 cash out too, man. I appreciate you, man. It goes a long way. We appreciate all the support y'all give, man. Like we say, don't get mad at us. We didn't do it. The Cowboys did it to all of us, you know. It's not our fault. You know what I'm saying? They did this to us. We just as mad and sad as y'all is, bro. I promise you that.
FYI, your boy Sunshine makes over $50 million and his team is 2-7. If he had a star on his helmet, you know, everybody would be dragging him to hell. But, you know, when you don't play for the Dallas Cowboys, you can be a sorry piece of shit and, you know, you can live the rest of your life in peace. That man threw for 169 yards and 2 picks on 31 pass attempts with only 16 completions. But I'm supposed to be mad at Dak Prescott. Go to hell. All right, y'all.